Is this another test?
No.
Alright.
Hi. Welcome to the podcast. I am your host. And this is your co-host.
What's your name, host?
Hi. Welcome to the podcast. I'm your host. And this is the co-host.
What's your name, host?
Hi. I'm Jacob. Welcome to the podcast. I'm your host.
Oh, you actually
And
said your name this time.
Co-host.
I'm your co-host, Justin Phipps.
Not in this room.
That's what you think.
You're right. I think I see him in that corner. He said, "Let there be light."
It was God, not Jesus, but...
Close enough.
I understand you're not a very good Lorax of the Bible, but...
Yeah, I want to watch that movie.
The Passion of Christ, the film adaptation of the New Testament. They only cover a few chapters.
Yo, that's like hard.
It doesn't cover the whole book.
That's the whole end of the spectrum. I was talking about the kids' movie, The Lorax, but yeah.
Oh!
Sure. Yeah, the Passion of the Christ. I want to watch the Passion of the Christ. I'm crying. Hold on.
You weak fool. How dare you shed tears?
I'm crying in the name of Jesus. Hallelujah. Oh God, hold on. I'll find something to do. You know, I've noticed I like having the internet pulled up. Like, I like having Google pulled up. So whenever we're talking, I can look up whatever we're talking about. And I can just have it in the background. I'm sitting here thinking about it.
We're on Podcast 11, and you're just now pointing this out. I just want you to keep that in mind as you say that shit out loud. It's not like for most of these podcasts, we've started them with me saying, "What's in the background, Jacob?"
No. Hold on. No. What I mean is like, it's specifically what we're talking about. Like, we're talking about a movie or something. Like, I'll look up the name, like, I'll look up the movie, or specifically what we're talking about, and just have it, like, I'll have, like, weird shit about it in the background so I can start and look at it. I'm not just playing a game or something. What?
Nothing.
Hold on. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, no. Hold on. Oh, shit, we can't. I was gonna talk about your Hold on. Hold on, the words will, the stutter will go away. You're
I can cut the amount of extra chromosomes on my hand.
No, shut up, I'll get it. I was gonna talk about your D&D game. Your campaign.
Oh yeah, my campaign. It can be talked about. It's just I can't talk about the spoiler shit.
I don't know.
In case Sebastian or Drake or Jay listen to this.
I think Sebastian would be the only one to secretly listen to this.
Oh yeah, probably.
Which
Sebastian, if you're listening, you fucked up the world. Of course, he already knows that. He knows that his character fucked up the world.
You have a certain set of skills.
Particularly.
And there's a giant monster that's coming to kill you. But essentially,
So
I
Nazis.
want to talk about. Okay, listen. Well, that can lead into what I'm talking about, right?
Actually, no. I did have a topic I wanted to bring up.
Oh yeah.
Who do you think could get away with murder easier? People that can teleport or people that can turn invisible? Who do you think could have a better alibi?
It depends on the method of teleportation.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like, if it's just like a natural power that's come to you, then I feel like you'd have a better time. But if it's just like a creation, like somebody made teleportation, then it can get out there.
Yeah, no,
and
I'm
you
talking
can be
about
traced, and it can get back to you.
You know Night Stalker? I think I butchered his name. I don't think it's actually Night Stalker. The X-Men character, yeah, who can just turn into mist as he teleports. I'm talking about that kind of teleportation. Versus someone that can turn completely...
No, he still has limitations though, because he has to see where he's going.
He does?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm talking about.
They say it in one of the movies. I don't know which one, but like he has to see because he can't.
I'm not an X-Men fan. I'm not. I'll be honest.
I mean, I'm not either. I just remember specifically that moment because there was a door in front of him. He's like, "Why can't you just teleport?" I gotta see. Try anyway. We're going to teleport. He
had the definition of Misty Step. The more I think about it.
Yes. He had Misty. Yeah, that's exactly what that was.
Because he had to see where he's going, and he turns into mist whenever he teleports. So the man literally had just the Misty Step spell he could spam over and over.
And how's the invisibility? Is it just like constant, like Invisible Man, or is it like you turn it on and off?
Invisible Man, like constant.
Not on and off.
No, I'm sorry, on and off, but it's your full body that's invisible. Because something I want to bring up is the fact that the people that can teleport, they still have to deal with the physical evidence that they leave behind from the actual murder, right? Yeah. The witnesses and stuff like that.
Yeah, and if you're invisible, you can leave behind traces. It's just they still can't see you.
Exactly.
They don't know where the fuck you're at.
That's what I'm trying to get. Is like, who could probably forge the better alibis? What I'm trying to get at.
If you're invisible, you don't need an alibi. What the fuck do you mean?
But here's the thing: if you can't teleport to get to a certain somewhere, you might still need to take a car, which could leave tire tracks depending where you're going.
But you're in then you can just kill them and then just leave, and you can stand in a fucking corner. You're invisible. No one's gonna. The cops are gonna bust in your house, and you can just be standing there right here. And it's like,
but you still like produce things like heat and breath, and you leave footprints and fingerprints. It's like,
what's the point of being invisible?
It's so that recording equipment and witnesses wouldn't be able to.
Well, I mean, you just gotta be smart about it. But like, you can still pretty much just stand in a fucking corner and be, unless they have fucking like heat fucking. See, I don't think they're gonna go like so into it that they're gonna be like,
you've got.
I didn't think you were gonna go so into this conversation.
You've got like cops coming into a crime scene rocking NVGs.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get to that level. They're just going to be like, oh no, it's an unsolved murder.
Well, I was thinking about the ideology that like a person that can instantly teleport, like with no limitations to the teleportation, they could like tell someone, oh, I'm going to the bathroom, I'll be right back. They sit, they go into the bathroom, they lock it, they teleport, they murder someone, then they come teleport back into that thing.
Alibi.
Yeah, like, oh man.
But like,
I know for a fact he was taking a shit for like, 15 minutes.
It doesn't have to be that. You can just teleport.
Oh yeah, even that. Easy. But while the
you still get seen and like,
which is what I bring up, which is why I brought this up, as to who do you think has more pros and cons?
And then like, I mean, could you get caught if you teleport? I mean, like, okay, like, you got my mind like branching off.
Yeah, that's why I started this.
Invisible. I think invisible will win.
You think invisibility has more utility?
But now I'm thinking about how you could get away teleporting, right? Because you can teleport, kill somebody and if you're seen, because like you're gonna be seen.
Witnesses and recording equipment is the issue with teleportation.
No matter how much you got the alibi, you're still
hardcore evidence. Yeah. Whereas with
but then you can just and like, what are they gonna do? Come back after you? Just,
yeah.
I'm gone. Bibbidi boopy poof. I'm fucked.
Whereas people with invisibility, you're saying they could probably get away with the murder easier, but it would be harder for them to physically commit the murder because they have to actually get to the location. They have to get.
No, I'm sure they're not gonna. Okay, look. If you're what kind of murders are we talking about now? Because that's a whole nother fucking.
Well, no.
You're trying to like
political murders. You have personal.
You're trying to kill the fucking president, or are you trying to kill just your next door neighbor?
I'm trying to kill the El Presidente of Venezuela.
And even then, that can happen. Well, okay, now hold on a second. You can easily. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why did you just rub your dick on my back?
Marking my territory.
Oh yeah.
You mind that bitch?
I don't think you can handle me, bud.
Oh, trust me. You would be the first cow I've wrestled. You won't be the last.
Well, now hold on.
Son of.
Why did you just blow up like that?
IEDs are.
He threw a freaking sticky bomb on the trucks.
I thought it was just in a bomb, just in the middle of the city.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, no, you could still get to anywhere. You could easily sneak onto a plane with a crowd of people.
It's just more. what's the word?
It takes a little bit more time.
Monotonous.
It takes a little more time.
Invisibility gets better results, but is more of a pain in the ass.
I feel like it'd be more fun because you could travel so much easier.
Oh yeah. Well, then again, that
You
just
walk
comes-
in, push past somebody in the line,
Okay.
they freak out. Ghost!
Okay, then that just comes to the next thing, where I guess just the more broader question: do you think is the better superpower, teleportation or invisibility? Teleportation with no limits, or invisibility that you could turn on and off?
Teleportation.
Teleportation?
Yes. Yes. But if you want like a specific thing, then as a murder, I'd say invisibility because, you know, but teleportation just more utility to it because you can get anywhere you want. Now, have you seen the movie Jumper?
No.
Well, they got to be able to like visualize the place they want to go. They can't just be like, I'm somewhere now. Like,
Right.
I guess if you're gonna go somewhere, you've got a pretty well idea of where you want to go. Teleportation.
So,
That's another superpower.
another question. This is because, you know, I'm a hardcore Red vs. Blue fan, and something that the Reds do a lot in the show is...
I put it like this because you were facing this way, now you turned.
Something that the Reds do a lot in the show is they'll have conversations about bad superpowers on their road trips. Like, what are the best or worst superpowers? And I want to get your opinion on one of them. Which superpower do you think is the better horrible superpower? The ability to turn into the Hulk only when you're asleep,
I think I remember this.
or the ability to only fly north?
Well,
Magnetic north.
how fast would you be flying?
I'm gonna say, because that was not something that was established when they were having that conversation, but I'm gonna say as fast as you can run.
At top speed or like
Your top
just
speed.
constant?
Like, yeah, you could.
pacing,
No,
running.
no, like take the fastest that you could physically bring yourself to run,
And would it wear you
and
out?
you're constantly flying at that speed.
Or would it wear you out? Or
Yes, it would wear you out.
That's tough. I'd say flying just because you can fly.
Yeah,
What the
yeah.
fuck's the
There's
point of
still,
being,
yeah. There's
what's the
still
point of being asleep and then
Alternatively, though, with the Hulk, always turning to the Hulk when you're asleep, you never have to worry about being killed in your sleep.
who the fuck? What normal person has to worry about being killed in their sleep?
Well, let's.
Down here on Elm Street.
Are you the Hulk in your dreams? Because you're
Also,
in his world.
What if you live in a bad neighborhood? It's very likely to be killed in your sleep when you live in a bad neighborhood.
But the Hulk would still be fucking killed.
It is
And the second-
significantly harder to
And then
kill the
second
Hulk.
they touch you, you're probably gonna wake up, and then immediately not.
Well,
be the
then when you're awake, you can defend yourself.
No! Because look, they try to shoot you, right? Oh yeah, the Hulk took the first bullet, then you wake up, and then you're human again, they shoot you again, it's like,
Well, at that point in
there's
time,
literally no reason to be asleep in the Hulk, there's no reason.
I think a third one that they had was the ability to teleport, but only 1 foot at a time. That was probably, I'd say, the worst one.
1 foot.
Can you imagine?
Being able to teleport that distance.
I could do that, that'd be pretty cool on a foot.
I think I'd choose the flying north one.
Well, yeah, no, the flying north, but it'd be pretty cool to teleport a foot. Like, you're sitting there fighting, you would like swing, and you're just right behind them, and then.
Oh yeah, I feel like the only place that being able to teleport a foot would matter would be in a fist fight. That's really the only situation.
Actually, it depends on how fast you can teleport, because, like, any situation, like, they go to shoot
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you just be really fast.
But also you have to think about mental reaction times.
What if you get your, like, teleportation so on point that you can really, like, the foot, it's, you know it's a foot, but, like, you're teleporting so fast, it's just, like, there's lots of you. You're just like, yo.
Telekinesis?
Telekinesis? Why'd you gotta lift?
There's telekinesis.
Hive. Telekinesis, but you can only lift a thing that's a pound.
That has plenty of uses.
Then what's the point of telekinesis?
No, you can still get plenty of uses out of that.
Lifting a hamburger into your mouth?
No. Okay, hear me out. You could become an awesome criminal. There are so many ways you can make money through that. All right, so many.
You gonna become a magician?
lift your freaking wallet out of your back pocket.
I got some fucking.
I'll be able to lift, like, let's say I'm playing cards with someone. I can telekinetically have like some cards underneath the table and just have them flip to my hand so I can switch them out. There's so many ways you can make telekinesis with only a pound working a criminal. It's just like having mage hand. It's literally just like having a criminal having mage hand.
And that's equally as useless in my opinion, but you know. I don't know, I still like I want to teleport now. You've got me talking about teleportation, now I want to teleport, even if it's a foot.
Just go become a Reaper main again.
Yeah, but he can teleport.
No, become Tracer. If you want to constantly spam teleportation.
Teleport a foot.
Yeah, that's kind of what Tracer does. I mean, it's way more than just a foot, but it's still very short distance.
Wait, is she just teleporting, or is she going really fast?
It's technically blinking, which is what she's doing. Is she's not technically teleporting. She's speeding herself up into the point in the time-space continuum where she's at that point instead of the previous point she was just at. Because Tracer's whole thing is it's the fact that she has that chrono disorder.
Yeah,
which,
I remember.
Yeah, so with that harness that she has, she can control at which point in time she wants to be at. She can choose to be at the point of time where she was 5 feet ahead.
So without it,
in an instant.
Is it like without it, she's trying to tear her body apart in a different time? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it's like.
Did you ever see the Doomfist animation?
Yes.
Where Doomfist is fighting them and he just grabs Tracer mid-air. He's just like, gotcha, bitch. And rips off her little chrono harness.
It's been a while, but yeah.
Legit, he does that. He rips off her chrono harness and she starts just phasing in and out of reality because her chrono disorder kicks in.
Yeah, it's trying to like tear her apart. Like,
no, it's not that it's it's not tearing her apart. It's that it's constantly hopping her. She's in one piece, but it's still constantly hopping her between different points and spaces in time. It's not that she's being teared apart. It's just that you're here, now you're here, now you're here, now you're here. It's taking that whole singular herself and constantly, erratically throwing her between the space-time continuum.
I feel like that goes down on a much more, I don't know what you'd call the science version of that. I can't get the M word out.
Yeah.
Molecular level, some shit like that. It's like.
Well, here's the thing. If it was on a molecular, one of the issues that. Yeah, that's it. Because here's the thing. If it was tearing her apart, the first time she suffered from it, she would have instantly died. Because Winston wouldn't have been able to get all those molecules together again and be able to harness it down with the harness.
I mean, not necessarily. There was.
On a side note, this is the kind of shit that why I sent you that thing, and it was like the only difference between Overwatch and an anime is that Overwatch doesn't have like anime music in the background, and Overwatch is made in the West. That's it. It's the only difference between Overwatch and any anime. Cause
I'm pretty sure that's
the
difference between anime and cartoons.
Granted, though, this is the only one that's animated like this, where it's like a DC Universe animated film.
Yo,
all the other ones are 3D.
I find this funny as hell. How it's literally just him standing there as she's just.
Yeah, I love that face that freaking Doomfist makes as he grabs it, because he's like, gotcha, bitch.
Because the face Winston makes when he realizes what just happened, he's like,
oh yeah, no, he's got the most oh fuck face.
Yo, Doomfist don't give a fuck.
Yeah, Doomfist doesn't. I mean, he loses this, but because that's the fight that put Doomfist in prison. Because Winston, when he was in his rage, beat him. I'm just saying, it took Winston ulting to be able to 1v1 Doomfist. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, no, Doomfist. Okay, I just want to go on a little real quick rant about Doomfist, alright? Because Doomfist legit pulled a Star Wars Sith thing whenever he was hold on, I'll let you watch this, because that's the
Nah, I'm not trying to watch it right now.
That's bad. Okay. He's actually a really cool character. Baptiste is one of the only bad guys turn good characters. Most of the characters are either just all good guys or all bad guys. Him and McCree are the only two bad guys turned good characters in Overwatch.
There's good turned bad.
Oh yeah, Reaper's good turned bad.
Yeah.
But as far as specifically bad turned good, him and McCree are the only two. Which is why I like him and McCree.
You're about to go on a rant.
Oh, Doomfist is the most Star Wars Sith character because he legit was not the first Doomfist. Doomfist was the prodigy of the original Doomfist that was one of the founding members of Talon, but in a fight in I want to say India, whenever they were fighting against I want to say Overwatch. It was either Overwatch or it was during the Omnic Crisis, but he was fighting with the original Doomfist, and he suddenly realized that he had a power hungry moment. He's like, I want to finally be the Doomfist. I don't want to work under him. So in that, as they were fighting together against Talon or against Overwatch, in the middle of that battle, Overwatch turned on his master, killed him, took the Doomfist gauntlets and the Doomfist title. It was legit a Star Wars Sith moment, because the whole thing with the Sith in Star Wars is that when you're stronger than your master, you kill your master and you take their place.
I fucking hate Doomfist players. I mean, they won't. No character in Overwatch will be in the level of hatred as Mei, but Doomfist is.
One thing I love about Overwatch is the kind of characters in the actual gameplay are completely the feelings you have for the characters in gameplay can sometimes be completely opposite for the actual characters themselves.
Oh, when I first saw the Mei short, I about cried. That
fucked
me up. But the second I started actually playing against them, I'm like, fuck you, fuck all your friends, fuck your family, fuck
you
your
should have
died. You should have died in that fucking chamber. I fucking hate you.
No, yeah, that's the thing about Overwatch is you really as you look at their backstories and the type of characters they are, you're like, oh, these are the ones I like, these are the ones I don't like. But then you get into the mechanics and you're like, mechanically I hate these ones and I like these ones.
Yeah, no, Mei is literally the only one that I hate her to the depth of her core. Other ones I'm like, I like their story, fuck them in game.
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
But Mei, she has fucked with me so hard that I hate her all the way down to her backstory.
Okay, I'll be honest. My top 3, character-wise, Bastion.
Wait, that you hate?
No, that I like. Actual character backstory-wise, the 3 that I like the most are Bastion, Roadhog, and McCree.
Why?
Because I let's start with Roadhog, because Roadhog's my favorite. Reinhardt. I'm sorry. Reinhardt is also one of my favorites story-wise. So yeah, let me start with Roadhog. Roadhog I like because the whole reason that he became Roadhog eventually, before he was Roadhog, he was called Mako, and he fought in an insurgent group in Australia called the Australian Liberation Front. There was basically a bunch of rebels and terrorists that were against the Australian government because the Australian government, without consenting the people after the Omnic Crisis, gave up most of the Australian outback as free real estate to the Omnics in an attempt to peace treaty. And that really screwed a lot of citizens of Australia over. So they were like, that's not fair. So they formed a liberation front, but it's understandable why they did it.
Hold on, slightly unrelated. You're sitting here saying Australia and all that. You know how much you don't hear about Australia in the real world outside of them dying? The world doesn't fuck with the places that are dying. That's all I'm saying. Okay, go back to whatever you're saying.
They were right to be mad at the government for just giving that territory to the Omnics after the Omnic Crisis, but they turned into they went from being freedom fighters to being flat out terrorists.
He's 48 years old.
Yeah. Okay, you're just gonna read his backstory. Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm just like the summary.
Oh, okay. But anyways, so he became a freedom fighter, but then eventually dissolved into becoming a terrorist, and he got what he wanted, but he unintentionally actually made it worse because he was fighting for freedom to get his land back, but in that fight they destroyed one of the Omniums. And when they destroyed the Omnium, it caused like a nuclear post-apocalypse to take over all of the Australian outback. Which is like, it's this bittersweet moment for Roadhog. Because like, yeah, he finally destroyed the Omnium that took his own. But in the process, he destroyed the home that he was fighting for in the first place to get back. So it's kind of like a tragic backstory for Roadhog. So that's why I like him as a character. And now he's a bodyguard that deals with a constantly annoying sidekick that just won't ever shut the fuck up and is constantly getting into trouble. He won't think for once in his life, but somehow things just work out for him. That just makes him even more annoyed.
You okay, Justin?
Yeah. I just relate to Roadhog a lot is all. And then I really like Reinhardt, mostly just because he's kind of a stereotype. He's not super original, but that doesn't mean the kind of character he isn't done very well. He is a awesome, was stubborn in youth, but now was a valiant warrior. That animated short with Reinhardt was probably one of the most man, this is really hitting me in the feels. Animation, because when his tutor, when Baldric, dies at gosh, I can't remember the name of it, but when Baldric,
it's Germany, so
yeah, but when Baldric dies because Reinhardt screwed up. That's like one of those moments where it's like, man, you really feel for why Reinhardt is constantly saying shit about, I'll protect you, I'll keep you safe, I'll focus on, keeping you out of harm's way, because the one time where he didn't focus on keeping someone out of harm's way, and he focused on personal shit, that was the time that he fucked up and got his mentor and father figure killed.
yeah.
So that's why I really like Reinhardt. And then I like McCree just because I'm a sucker for bad guys turned good. I love those kind of stories in fiction.
Yeah.
And, that's what McCree was. At first he was outlaw, criminal. Then he joined Blackwatch. And then after he joined Blackwatch, he then became a vigilante.
See, the only backstories I really know, outside the ones you just told me, would be these two shitheads, Genji and Hanzo.
Not gonna lie, I love their backstory.
Yeah,
they're annoying characters in person, but I really like the dynamic between those two.
The brothers.
Yeah, the whole fighting the family heritage and struggling to do what's right and do what you want to do to honor your family. I respect that kind of backstory personally.
And then this twat May.
I don't give two shits about May. I'll be honest. Even her backstory did not make me.
I somewhat know Arissa's.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't she a broken bot that was found by just a fucking genius child or some shit like that?
Kind of. So you know how on the map Nubani, there's a bunch of robots that look like Orisa that are punched to death by Doomfist?
Yeah.
So yeah, Ifiri was in that city, and she took a bunch of those OR-15 model security bots and pieced them together to make Orisa, but she made completely different attachments to Orisa. And this is actually kind of cool because mechanically in game and in story, everything that Orisa has is to counter Doomfist specifically. Because Ifiri made Orisa as an OR-15 that could actually stop Doomfist the next time he went to go attack Mumbai. That counters Doomfist punch. That counters Doomfist punch. That counters Doomfist shotgun pellets. And that's just to kill Doomfist faster.
Hey, you die.
But yeah, no, her whole kit is based around countering Doomfist shit. So that's kind of like poetic, like.
I know Arissa's. I know Reinhardt's.
Oh gosh.
I semi know.
She's
Soldier.
a bitch. I'll tell you that right now.
Who?
Symmetra. Like actual character, she's a bitch.
I don't know her. I don't know like playing her. I somewhat know Soldiers.
Soldiers is not that complex, honestly.
Yeah.
He was him and Reaper before they joined Overwatch got like the super soldier serum basically from the future. They got the chemical enhancements, which is why Reaper can do that shit, that teleporty shit, because it got enhanced through a soldier serum project. And that's why Soldier is like super durable and shit. Why he's able to heal from these little nano things and all that shit, because he was a part of the serum soldier thing. And then
He's essentially a Captain America of Overwatch.
yeah, that's why he's a pretty simple character. He's just the Captain America of Overwatch.
And then Tracer. Obviously, we just went over that.
British lesbian. That's all you need to know.
Which I support 100%. Bring back old Overwatch and her booty.
But yeah, no. Tracer does have a kind of... Hers is less sad, but it is kind of like a...
I like hers because
man,
it's cool.
you constantly, yeah, things are fine now, but you always have that looming threat of if anything happens to the harness.
Yeah, she's the Iron Man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're not wrong. I think out of all the characters, I low-key feel sorry for him the most.
Sigma?
Yes.
Smegma?
Yes, because he was just an honest-to-God scientist that wasn't like... He didn't give two shits about, the politics and everything. He was just minding his own business, making scientific studies. But he had a black hole fuck up his mind. But it also gave him telekinetic powers. And...
Control over a black hole?
Yeah. And Talon is now... He's what I really hate about it is the fact of he is a person that is legitimately suffering from mental illness, and Talon is taking advantage of that, and they tortured him, and they converted him into a agent for them.
I mean, kind of widow. They fucked her day up too.
But here's the... I feel really sad, whatever, for Sigma, because when you're pushing the payload, on like when you're on payload things, and you're not pushing the payload, he starts panicking, like, the payload will move. If the payload doesn't move, no, the payload will move. Which makes me think about, oh my god, they, like, negatively reinforced him to punish him. Like, if a job that he's assigned to doesn't get achieved, then he fears the punishment Talon's gonna do to him. Which just made me feel sorry for this old man. This just... Gosh, I don't know. She's also got a, like...
Saddish back.
Yeah.
She got that secret up. They fucking brainwashed her to kill her husband.
Yeah. She also has a bad, sad backstory. I guess one of the only differences is, like... One of the differences between Sigma and her is she's at least in a... Like... The mental state difference between her and Sigma is vastly different.
She's emotionally broken. He's mentally broken.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. And being...
But there's still some in there. I don't remember if it was
exactly
a picture when she was at her husband's grave, because I was watching a video about it the other day.
Yeah. She visits her, like, there's still potential for them to be able to override the brainwashing that Widowmaker has.
33. Goddamn, she looks good for 33.
It's the bio enhancements, man.
Yuck. Who else? I think I know like one more. I know Winston's, but if you don't know Winston's, don't ever touch Overwatch.
Winston does have a pretty, like, his backstory isn't super fucked up, but it's one of those situations where he got caught in the crossfire of a bad situation, and he luckily was able to get out of it.
29 years old.
He's also a gorilla, so I don't know how that translates.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Huh, strange. Wait, how old is... Hold on. I'm curious now.
Is Bastion just a kid?
How old are the robots?
Is baby Bastion? Oh, even Bastion's 30?
Bastion's old as shit.
Yeah, but 30's not old. 40 is considered your midlife. Dude, seriously.
Bastion's old as shit. I'm gonna be old as shit. I'm gonna be old as shit in 10 years. No, I'm kidding. Yo, he's a kid.
Yeah,
Zenyatta's
fucking... Which is funny because he's probably one of the wisest of
well, then again,
characters.
He's a robot, so...
Well, no, it's that he's... Well, that's not why he's wise. It's because he's a Shaolin monk.
Who's the oldest character?
Reinhardt.
Reinhardt.
Reinhardt's fucking old, man.
No, Orissa's the child.
Yeah.
She's 1 month old.
Yeah.
She's a baby.
Oh my god, I've been getting my ass kicked by a month-year-old. Yeah. Doomfist specifically has been getting his ass kicked by a month-year-old.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Sigma's old.
He's 62. Anna is pretty old.
Yeah, honestly, I'd have to say that Anna and Reinhardt, she's not the oldest. Go to Riot. I'm willing to bet that Riot is the oldest. Because Ryan's really fucking old. Oh my god!
He's 61.
Are you serious? Sigma's older than him?
Sigma,
Go to Soldier. I'm curious. Because he's got white hair and they act like he's old.
He's not that old.
He's not old. We'll never
He's in his 50s. He's at least in his 50s.
Well redacted. Go to Reaper. Because he was...
It's going to be unknown.
He was around the same age as Anna in them.
It's going to be unknown.
Yeah.
No, they're at least in their 50s.
Doomfist, Brigitte. Oh yeah, how old is Brigitte? I want to say she's like 19 or
she's 23.
Shit, she's like 3 years older than us.
Diva.
Nah, she's 18.
Is she?
Either 18 or 19. Yeah, 19. They have to make it legal, Jacob.
Yeah.
And then for the robots, it doesn't matter. They're robots.
Old enough to die. We won't.
She's actually older. I bet that one of the reasons though that she looks younger than she is because
she was frozen.
Yeah, I was just to say.
He's 45. You don't look 45.
How old's Echo?
Echo? Probably just about as old as I don't know.
We're not allowed to know that.
How old is Echo? Wait, how old's McCree? Wait, hold on.
I know McCree's got to be like in his late 30s, early 40s.
What was McCree's backstory? He's 37.
Yeah, he was okay. So first he was in a criminal gang called Deadlock. Then whenever Reaper was a part of Overwatch's secret organization Blackwatch, Reaper busted one of Deadlock's meetings and basically told McCree, "Look, you can either go to jail or join me in Blackwatch," and that's what McCree did. And he joined Blackwatch and served in that until Overwatch collapsed. Go to Sombra. I bet it, because she's a hacker. I bet it's a real name.
Wow, you think they should blink out her age?
No, she wants to know people that she looks
good for her 30s.
Yeah, she looks damn good for 30.
I mean, imagine so. She has bioenhancements there.
Oh yeah, no, she did. She has a legit. Her spine is made out of electricity, like machinery.
28. I feel like this Zarya is not talked about a lot. I see her played a lot, but never talked about.
I don't know a thing about Zarya's backstory.
Hold on, let's read. Alexandra
Zarya.
She's one of the world's strongest women. Wait, I've seen her backstory. Hold on. She's just a fucking weightlifting badass. That's all you need to know.
Mary J.
How old is Junkrat again?
28, I want to say.
25?
Oh, 25. He's way younger than Roadhog.
Yeah. Wait, who have we not looked at? I want to look at Symmetra.
I hate her. I hate her so much.
She's 28. Ugh.
I don't care.
She's in that prime age of being a bitch.
Yeah, she is a bitch.
Wrecking
She
ball.
really is. Sombra's less of a bitch than she is.
Him and this 14.
That's actually super old for hamsters. That's only because he's a genetically enhanced hamster.
I don't know his backstory either. I just know he's a giant...
So he was on the same moon station as Winston. And what happened was, whenever all the apes took over Winston's home on the moon station, killed all the humans, and started just ransacking the place, Winston escaped in a pod, and Hammond, a super intelligent hamster that was also on the lunar base, built a wrecking ball, and latched it onto Hammond's escape pod, and left with Winston from the lunar station to Earth. But his little wrecking ball thing landed in Australia, and you know how Roadhog and Junkrat are part of the Junkers, that city. He landed in Junktown and made a living making robot mech suits and fighting in the Junkertown arena.
That is quite badass.
Yeah.
You know what? Nice.
Despite the fact he's one of the shittiest actual characters mechanically.
Who have we not looked at?
Haven't looked at
Mercy. She's a sexy 37.
Yeah, I was about to say, damn. Then again, okay, I think we're giving these characters too much credit because I don't think Overwatch goes into a lot of detail with the character portraits. I'm gonna be real.
Do we have to go over the controversy of Tracer's ass?
I'm talking about their faces. They really don't really put a lot of detail in depicting age in the face. A lot of it depends. A lot of being able to tell a character's age in Overwatch depends on their hair color and their voice.
You know what I didn't like? Did you notice in Siege how sometimes the characters looked more cartoony and then others they looked overly realistic? Like when the portraits would come up.
Yeah.
And there'd be like the cartoony, obvious, like it's a game, and then all of a sudden it looked like somebody took an actual picture of somebody and you could see every wrinkle, and I'm like,
yeah.
Why did you get in so much detail on that one and not that one? Like I every loading screen I sat there and I was like overly analyzing how real something.
I also really don't like her.
She's 48.
I really don't like Moira.
Why?
She's just a bitchy person. She really is. Like, as a character,
I hate her. I hate those orbs. Those orbs kill me at the worst moments. Every time I'll be flying up to the air and all of a sudden I'll see a death ball and I'm like...
She also literally has one of the most stupidly powerful ults in the game.
I think her entire setup's powerful because
here's the thing. She can literally, with that ult, she can solo ult and win an entire team encounter. Like, one team against another team. Just with her ult alone, she can ensure that you win. Because she's damaging the enemy while healing the team.
Those balls right there, the orbs,
yeah,
they're the fucking worst. I think they're so OP.
Yeah.
Because they can fucking, like... Any character that's not, like, a tank or big and buffy, it's going to get eaten.
Yeah.
The second it comes in, it's just immediately eaten.
Yeah. Decent charge. Yeah, no, it is like very ridiculous.
I'm like, oh god, death ball, fly away. Nope, it's following. It bounced off wall. It's coming. Holy shit. Lucia, how old are you, bud? Yo, how old are you? 26. 38? Yeah, I see that. Ash, how old are you? Yo, what's up? Ash is 39 years old? What? Justin.
Mm-hmm.
Justin. Who's the hottest Overwatch character, Justin?
Hold on. For me, it's a tie.
Give me a list here, bud.
Okay.
I need a rundown.
My top three. Let's go with top three. My top three. Brigitte. Sombra.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have to choose. I mean, it's really hard. It's the third one. It's a tie between these two. But honestly, I think I'd have to, like, if I was forced, gun to my head, you gotta choose one of them, Widowmaker.
Widow?
Yeah, Widow, Sombra, and Brigitte are probably my top 3.
I can give you a top 4.
You cheating bastard. I didn't get to do a top 4.
You gave a tie.
Yeah, but then I split the tie.
Well, yeah, that's my top 4. You did top 4. Mercy's just the 4th.
But that's not what you asked.
Okay,
Shut up.
okay.
Okay,
Yes, I give you a list.
Give me your...
Okay, motherfucker. Okay. Ash, Brigitte,
Okay, so we agree on Brigitte.
Widow, and then Mercy.
Okay. So the only difference between ours is you swap out Sombra for Ash.
Yes.
I really like Sombra.
That's 2 golf.
I don't... It works for me.
I think it's just because she's a bit darker and not a bitch like the rest of them. You like the dark women, I'm sorry.
I like how you just went ahead and said that. Just you wouldn't even let me respond. You just kind of followed it up with that. I wasn't even gonna question it. I know. I know you know what I like.
Yeah, dude. Why do you think I've been trying to get tan, bud?
You know I prefer chocolate over vanilla. This is just vanilla with the.
Why is she put the hardest character to play? She's like one of the easiest, in my opinion. You literally poof out of existence. Come up, hack them. They're useless. You murder them, and you just poof out of existence again.
That is way easier said than done. I'll be honest.
I do it all the time.
Okay, then by all means, when this is over and we play Overwatch tonight, by all means, we're gonna go on a quick play. You're gonna go Sombra, and I want you to effectively just do that.
Okay. I ain't gonna do it against you.
I honestly think that is harder. Oh, you want to do that with me? You want to go?
I said I'm not doing it with you because fuck you and your Roadhog bullshit.
I could beat you with Roadhog even without my abilities, bitch.
I'm not surprised by that. He's the only one we didn't look at.
Exactly.
Torbjorn, he kind of died off. Like I saw him everywhere, and then all of a sudden nobody uses him. Nobody talks about him.
He got well, his rework really changed him. Like it really did. Smashing Gabriel's dick. I almost said Dabriel instead of Gabriel.
Yeah, you did. Who else did we look at? I think we looked at everybody, didn't we?
We didn't look at Lucio.
I did.
Oh, you did it whenever I wrote.
We were just talking.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Who
really.
looked at everybody?
Okay. The reason, go down real quick. I hate her is because she, go up, is a bitch, and her company is a bitch to his people. The Vishkar Corporation took advantage of Brazil's the economic state that Brazil was left in after the Cold War. After fuck, he's at the Cold War. The Vishkar Corporation took advantage of.
Oh, God, sorry, that hurt so. Keep going.
Sim's a dick. That's all I'm gonna say. Sim's a dick to Lucio.
Yo, Rainbow Six is 5 years old.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Actually older than Overwatch.
I remember going to go sell video games at the game store to get this so I can play with you shitheads.
And now y'all never play it anymore.
Oh boy. The Lord Tachanka. Hey, who's the best Siege character?
Oh, my favorite Siege character?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a little bit harder. Simply just because the roster's very large.
I don't know who any of these people are.
Oh yeah, you've been out of it for a little bit. Do you want me to real quick give super?
No.
Okay.
I semi know who that is. I kind of remember that guy. That's the hologram.
That's a chick.
No. I kind of know who that person is. Oh, I miss you. I miss you so much. She's a bitch. She's so hot.
I hate her.
Why?
Her character's an actual bitch.
Is she? No.
Yeah, kind of.
No way.
Like, not a lot. She's low-key a bitch.
Why?
It's mostly because of the shit between her and her sister, if I can remember correctly. I don't, I'll be honest, my memory...
Is that her sister?
No. God, oh my God, that character looks very ugly. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why, but that
They both kind of look.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
she looks so ugly.
I think it's the white eyebrows that get me.
You know what she looks like? She looks like a discount version of that girl that sings the song Chandelier.
She's pretty fugly too.
Yeah, and yeah,
She's pretty fugly too.
and she looks like a discount version of that girl.
Yeah. Who is this?
These two are part of like one of the only private militarized organizations in Rainbow Six.
What do they do?
They're basically just mercenaries.
No, I mean like, what's their abilities?
He can throw out magnetic, like these magnets that stick to the wall, and anything that's any kind of thrown projectile that passes by the radius of the magnet gets hooked by the magnet, pulled towards the magnet, and then detonates the thing.
So it's just like,
Okay, so let's say I throw the magnet and it lands here, and then someone throws a grenade through this door. The magnet will grab that grenade, pull it towards where the grenade's at, and then it will explode there instead of where the grenade was going to land.
Could you imagine? So is the meta hiding that thing? So when they go to throw it, it pulls them back towards who threw it.
I mean, I'll be honest, I don't know the meta right now because it's been a hot minute since I've touched ranked. Most of the Rainbow Six I play now is casual.
I don't. What are we at? We're at 51 minutes. You want to cut it a little short?
Why do you want?
I think we've talked about just about everything.
Well, hold on. I want an answer real quick. Let's do a super quick favorite just character in general, and then the whole
Siege?
top girls, top
You want to do
top
that?
waifus.
You want to do that in Siege too?
Yeah, just we'll do a quick version.
I won't even do the ones I know.
Yeah.
Actually, the ones I don't know.
As far as my favorite character, like the type of character that they are, I'd probably have to say that Thermite's my favorite. Thermite or Pulse. Mostly the reason I like Thermite the most, he's funny. I won't lie. I love that video of him where he's like, "I'm a custodian." But the reason I like Thermite is because he's an ex-Marine. He's FBI,
Didn't join.
and he's like one of the actual like
Yeah, you did.
super genius characters, like innate. He's actually got like an IQ of like super high because he's super smart with chemistry and shit.
Well, now I'm so.
And him and Habana work together to create the fuel, the metal oxide, like the fuel that they use in their shit that cuts through metal. Habana and Thermite worked together to make that shit because they're both actual geniuses. Like 80% of the people on this roster are just people that are good with a gun, and that's it. But 20% are also geniuses that are really good at inventing shit, and those are the characters that I like. They're not just good with the gun; they're also awesome characters. Like Doc, I fucking love Doc because he's like the most humanitarian, I care about people shit, and I love him because he's the most like, we're gonna get shit done and we're gonna save people characters out of all the roster. That's why I love Doc. Doc and Thermite are probably my two favorites.
Hold on, I'm sitting here going over the little roster in my
Which,
head here.
just to give a brief summary,
I've not played this in such a long time.
Doc is like lawful good, whereas Thermite's chaotic good.
Yeah, same.
That's why I like those characters the most. As far as most attractive chicks, I'd probably have to say,
Oh, he's hefty. He's hefty.
Caviera.
Really?
He's got
Yeah.
he puts.
Caviera is one of them. Finca is the other.
Which one's that?
She's up there.
This is big and bigger.
Really?
Yeah.
Why Finca?
Look.
The B-I-double-G.
Okay, she's got a very pretty face. If you see her without the gas, she has a mask. She has a skin where she's not wearing that mask. You can actually see her face. She's got a pretty face. But yeah, no, Finca, Caviera, and honestly, IQ.
I give you IQ. IQ is pretty
cutie
good.
patootie.
Huh?
You just love taking showers naked. Love that.
That's my preferred method. Anyway, alright.
Well, I also kind of like. Okay, this is very rare, but there are some characters that can come across as bitchy, but I like them only just because they're only bitchy because no one gives a chance to get to know them and treat them nice. And when they are treated nice and someone gets to know them, they reveal their sweet side. Those are the only kind of bitchy characters that I like. Characters that are just 100% bitchy all the time, like Symmetra, are literal trash. But the characters that are only bitchy because no one gives them a chance and gets to know them, and they turn out to be very sweet and caring characters, those are the characters that I like.
My characters, I think I'd have to go with Sledge. I like Sledge because I like blowing shit up and breaking shit with a hammer. Or Hibana.
You say blowing shit up.
He has a grenade. Or at least he had a grenade when I played.
He had a grenade.
He had a grenade. They took his fucking grenades.
Honestly, I can't remember. I know they took Buck's grenades away.
Because I will not play Sledge if they took his grenade.
You're gonna play the game regardless.
I might one day. I have that 2 terabyte hard drive.
Honestly,
now.
with your whole fucking...
I got rid of it because I didn't have space, but now I have a 2 terabyte
But no,
hard
with
drive.
your whole blowing up everything mentality, I figured you'd be like me and would love Thermite. Because Thermite's all about blowing stuff up.
Yeah, but his is like... I mean, I get his way of blowing up. It's like blowing up, but like his is just like a... Here's my gadget. Here's a hole. His Sledge is more like reusable hammer. I could break everything.
Yeah, here, let's Sledge, Barbarian, Thermite, Artificer.
Yeah. And then Hibana, I don't know, I like... She seems small and quick. I like that. Not like Ash levels. Hers is more like... I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But like, I like the way her shit cuts, and I don't...
Her proportions.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I don't know. Attraction. First of all, Ella.
I know you got a
Sweet
giant...
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. Just, you know how like you say Sombras too much for you? That's how it is for me and Ella. Ella's just too much into the...
She has green hair.
I'm different, kind of.
I don't know who the fuck these people are.
She's a walking, talking Tumblr complex with a camo gun.
Knock? I don't know. It's pretty sexy. Hold on.
I love it when I can't see a girl's face and she's mysterious.
Hold on. You said that's a chick. Let's see.
I believe Knock is a woman. I'm like 20% sure. That's Finka. Or not Finka. Gosh, I'm trying to remember her name.
You? Looks like you-ish.
No, it's the other Polish operator. It's Ella's sister. I love how you search that and just nothing.
No, I feel like that's a pretty good idea.
That's all a bunch of fan shit that's not confirmed.
So...
Zofia, yeah, that was Zofia.
Wait, Sophia is her sister?
Yes.
Ah.
He's an orphan.
Vigil?
Yeah.
You can just kind of tell.
Everyone calls him Korean Batman.
So, I got Ella.
There's
I
actually...
like Hibana.
I'm not gonna lie, there's a really, like, fun short, because... I think about a year ago, Rainbow Six started doing the shorts. I was like, yes, do what Overwatch does. Make the shorts with character interactions. And they did one where Thatcher, which is all about hating technology, and Dokkaebi, the girl that's all about hacking and using technology, go to clear a training room together, and they fuck it up. And afterwards, they get into an argument in like
I think I've seen it.
a locker room.
Yeah, I've seen
And then
it.
Dokkaebi goes and talks to the new head of Rainbow Six, and he's like unintentionally comes across as like a secretly evil, sinister motherfucker.
Yeah, but I mean, to be in charge of an organization like that...
I don't think... Well, Six was the black lady that was in charge of Rainbow Six before him, and I don't think she was evil. But I can't remember as to why they removed Six from office.
There's no time. But I got Ella. I said Hibana, but I'm going to take that back. She's pretty alright. I think... Ella, Ash, and IQ.
So that's been Walk
IQ
Without
and
the
her
Talk.
joggers.
we She is just the Mercy of Overwatch, as far as looks.
I was about to say, no, I think that'd be Doc.
Yeah. No.
Or
Can you just
oh,
imagine?
sorry, that's Bandit. Sorry.
No, I just want you to imagine Doc, super buff French dude, but in Mercy's outfit, like angel outfit. He's got his stim pistol in
He
one
glows.
hand.
He kind of glows like she does, but he's all like gruff and like, but has like the game like.
Heroes never die.
He sounds like her too.
Operators never die.
He sounds like her too. Yeah, that'd be fucked.
I remember watching Rook's little personal video and was like, how does he speak fluent English? He's French. But then I looked into his backstory. I was like, oh, he's studied for like a huge fucking... Yeah, his elite skin, it's not that great, I'm going to be honest.
I didn't know you could do that. Hold on.
Well, not every character does have an elite skin, though. But, I mean, she's got one, and woof.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Woof.
That's elite.
Yeah, that's her elite
That makes
skin.
her a badass.
No, I'm saying, bro.
Oh, end it.
Oh.
I think we're ending it.
All right, this has been Walk Without the Talk. We'll catch you next time.
Ella is really, really hot.
Fuck.